Asibun Wagwan Brevet. Now, this addiction, although free, is costing you thousands in terms of the opportunity cost.
But what I really want to talk about next with you is one of the videos I know a lot of people sent me by you is a lot of the NoFap content. And man, that is something that I feel has been so transformational. Like you said, not in hundreds, not in thousands, but millions of men around the world. So for the guys who don't know what it is, NoFap is simply just no pornography, no masturbation for the extended period of time for the sake of, building up semen retention, building up testosterone to be able to be your best version of yourself. And whenever I've literally seen almost every single guy who engages in that blossom.
I blossom, bro. Like,
so what made you want to do it? And then what were your results from it?
I was tired of having ED.
Yeah.
Real talk. You with a fine chick and you can't even get up because you're watching porn. A lot of, I won't say all men, but a lot of men can and then the woman be like, is it me? No, it's me. I'm watching something that's not even real, thinking I'm him. And I'm busting gallons of nuts everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Thinking it's me.
Yeah.
And it's
it's not even just the porn, right? It's the gradual increase in terms of the intensity of said porn. Perhaps the first time you ever went on a porn site, watched adult content, you were okay. You got up to one girl, one guy, right? Next thing, that becomes used to it. You get you essentially build the tolerance to that level of porn, right? Next one is one girl, two guys, or one guy, two girls. And then next thing you know, you're watching a whole gangbang session. And in some cases, people even get to the point where they get turned on by she-male porn or she-male like adult content, right? There's a whole. I remember there's one video of a guy who was talking about how the degree of the porn he was watching got more and more as the years progressed.
I just want to tell everybody that porno has destroyed my life. And I tried so hard in the past to stop watching it, but I just didn't succeed. And now, I think I'm officially stopped watching it. I'm gonna erase all the porn out of my computer right now and stop watching porno forever because it has literally destroyed my life. Recently, I just realized that I'm addicted to porn. I've been masturbating to it since I was 12 years old, and I'm 26 now. And I haven't gotten anything positive from it but pleasure. Pleasure doesn't mean anything when you're a loser. So once and for all, I'm erasing all the porn out of my computer because I need to. I've read internet articles stating that in order to overcome a pornography or masturbation addiction, you need to erase any residue of porn out of your system, out of your computer, out of your life, from your dresser, under your bed, wherever porn is located. You need to eliminate it from your life, and that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm tired of masturbating to porn and I don't want to do it anymore. It really hurt my feelings and it hurt my soul. The porn has taken over my life and messed up my brain, messed up my mentality, messed up everything about my spirit. And now it's to the point where I jack off to she-male porn. I mean, you was looking at porn since you was 12 years old. And now you're 26. You think you won't upgrade to something higher? I mean, it's just like marijuana. When you smoke weed, when you smoke marijuana, your brain get used to it. Regular weed doesn't get you high anymore, so you upgrade and you boost to something more strong, something more potent. And it's the same thing with pornography. You boost it up to something more drastic, something more dramatic. You might get into bestiality porn, you might get into BSDM or however you spell it. You might get into any other category of type of porn there is, unconsciously, because regular porn don't turn you on anymore. And that's the position where I'm at now. So I'm gonna erase all the porn, every porn picture and video out of my computer right now because I need to. And I want to document this for future reference. So 10 years when I look at this, I realize where I was at in my life and where I'm gonna be in the future. So Let's get to work. So I'm telling me I need to do it, but I know I'm not gonna do it. Because if I erase every porno picture, every porn video from my computer, 2 months from now, it's gonna be that lonely night where I wanna masturbate and I'm not gonna have any material to do it on. And I'm gonna have to spend hours and hours and hours just finding the right material to masturbate to. I know this because it happened last time. Last time I vowed to myself that I would stop looking at porno and I didn't, man. The longest I went was a month, I think. Or maybe a month and a half. And I'm looking at porno and I end up doing it, man. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of life, man. I want to erase it so bad, but then I don't want to. I don't know what to do. Fuck! I need to practice self-control. This porn has taken over my life. Fuck it, man. I'm not gonna erase it.
So imagine you're watching that on a constant basis, and now you're with one girl. Are you gonna have the same type of emotional connection or even like sexual excitement? Probably not, because you're so used to seeing this girl with multiple guys or this guy with multiple girls. Arguably, the best way for you to go about quitting your addiction to porn and starting NoFap is actually exercise. Why do I say this? Because when you indulge in somebody's adult content, you're spiking your dopamine artificially with an artificial, sexual scene, right? So if you can get to the habit of doing 5 to even 20 minutes of exercise each morning, you are setting yourself up to have natural dopamine spikes in the form of exercise.
Get this, by working out, by exercising, by having mild stress on the body, we are training the brain to become more resilient, which is exactly why we feel so good. Stress literally doesn't affect us as much because the BDNF has put this protective layer around the brain cells so they don't get affected as badly. It's truly remarkable, and it actually has effects that stick. So even when you're working out and you feel amazing and then you kind of come down from that workout high, you're still at a baseline that's higher than you were before. Each and every time you work out and you increase that BDNF, you are increasing your brain cells' resilience. So that little bit of stress that you put yourself through is doing amazing things in terms of getting you, well, high, so to speak.
Essentially, what I'm saying is every day you should have a little workout session. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes if it's a workout day, but do a little bit of exercise every morning to spike dopamine in the form of exercise. This will help make the withdrawal symptoms and the cravings to go back to this adult content a lot easier to do with. Wagwan Earthlings, future Owolabby here, but also is going to add another thing that increases your cravings and desire to go to porn sites is the type of people you follow on Instagram and Twitter and all your social media platforms. These people posting thirst traps on a regular basis. Unfollow the IG baddie, unfollow all these celebrities who are posting like provocative pictures. And if you are following someone that you know personally, let's say she's your friend or you just know somebody at school that posts provocative bikini pics, whatever it is, you can mute their stories so that you don't see them on your feed, so that you don't have to be bombarded with their content all the time. You know what I'm saying? These are the ways that you can set aside some of these temptations, and especially on Twitter, because people will be retweeting sex scenes or sex clips a lot, right? You can go on your Twitter, advanced settings, filter out certain keywords like sex, blowjob, porn, whatever it is, right? And that'll also make your Twitter experience not as difficult, all right? Same thing when people are quitting their marijuana addiction. They're getting the artificial spike in marijuana, so now you need to replace that activity with something else that's natural and will not only give you that dopamine spike, but also, most importantly, replace the habit. Because it's one thing to say, oh, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. But now during the evenings, during the morning, whatever you're doing, what are you replacing the activity with? Replacing the activity is arguably the most important aspect in terms of long-term abstinence.
That's not reality. Then you take it away from your testosterone. I think it does take away from your testosterone when you're doing it all of the time, right? then you don't feel like doing nothing after you're done. You ever notice when you hold it in for days or weeks or months, you just on energetic mode.
Yeah.
When you get with a chick, you on hawk mode. You ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you constantly waste your energy, you constantly waste your time, man, you can draining your life away.
Yeah.
So I tell dudes, man, like, try your best not to do it.
Yeah.
If you can't go turkey once a week, then go once a month.
Yeah.
Then go once every 2 months.
Yeah.
Then it's like, it's just, you never do it again.
Yeah. Man, because I think what somebody once told me, he broke it down like this. There's many different angles to it, but he said, like, as a male animal, your job is to reproduce, right? And the way our body knows we're reproducing is obviously by having sex. So what porn does to the brain is that porn tricks your brain into thinking that I'm having sex consistently. So the dudes who are watching porn 3, 4, 5, 10, their brains are thinking that, yo, I'm getting all these chicks 24/7.
Nah, you know.
But what ends up happening is all that energy that your body, because really that testosterone, all that energy your body's giving you is to push you to build, to be able to get more options, be able to get more women, be able to help you reproduce your seed. That's what that energy is for.
Right.
But when your body is like, wow, no, man, shoot, feed, step, man, this dude getting 5, 7 chicks a day. Shoot, man, we don't got to do nothing. He's good. You're not. You're not good. You're at your mom's house. You got a Pornhub subscription instead of getting a gym membership, and you're playing video games all day.
Credit
you are
messed
not
up.
credit. If you got credit,
Right. If you got it, you don't even got to establish.
you know what I mean? And then your body is literally thinking that you're good. So that's why you're lazy. That's why you got no energy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then, like you said, when you do get an opportunity, which is once in a blue moon, if you're not living your life right, it don't go up.
They don't grow up.
And so to me, it's just like, yo, as a young man,
This is what leads into the semen retention debate or semen retention like topic, right? Semen retention, I get it, but I feel like NoFap is the most important thing of this whole sexual like discipline type of thing, right? NoFap, not watching porn, like it's one thing to bust a nut and have sex with an actual girl. I know you get your nut off, but the NoFap part, that is the part that you're trying to replace. You're trying to take back control of, right? It's natural to have sex with a girl and bust a nut. It is not natural to watch porn on a computer screen and bust a nut. Okay, so if you're someone who's trying to do NoFap and semen retention, conquer NoFap a little bit first, like a couple months, like even a year, like a decent amount of time, and then you can try it. Going through semen retention for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, right? But like NoFap is the most important part of this whole thing, because I know anytime I've ever busted a nut in the morning, like watching porn, that the rest of the day I've been lazy, just complete like my productivity, especially because I'm like self-employed. Yo, it's one thing to be at a regular job and you're still like under someone's influence, but if you're like working for yourself and just no one's telling you what to do, it's so easy to get lost in the sauce of all of these pleasures in the world.
If you don't have money, or can you still pull it off?
See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. See, if you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
You can get how you get lost in the sauce?
Man, a bitch gonna get lost in the sauce, man.
On top of that, you're not gonna get better at women. You know, it's one thing to have someone tell you, oh, don't buy women drink, trying to help you understand female nature, like take the red pill. But it's another completely different thing to be in person with a very attractive woman and to adhere to these principles. If you're not around women enough and you don't have enough experience, like physical experience, not just what someone's telling you, you're still going to, in one way or another, simp or still get played or still get used for your time, attention, whatever it is, right? So that time you're spending on all these adult sites, you're making the money. So you need to be making your own money, and you need to actually put in the time, put in the effort to learn how to call a Portugal, learn how to DM a girl on Instagram or social media and get her number and actually go on a date with her and bring her back to your place, stuff like that. But you won't even get to that point if you're always tired, lazy, and content with watching adult content.
this is part of the discipline. I always say a man's superpower is sexual discipline. You master sexual discipline,
You good for life.
good
That
for
and
life.
food, them the two strongest urges. That and food.
Yeah.
Especially when you dieting, you trying to get lean. Do you know how hard? I don't care what nobody say. That's the hardest sport. Because it's all mental. Even basketball and football and track, hockey, baseball, those are mental sports too. But to stop yourself from eating that cake when everybody eating the cake. Or stop yourself from eating the burgers when everybody eating the burgers, that's hard. That's hard. Because that one burger gonna set you back 2 days. Now you trying to dig yourself out the rut. You busting gallons on yourself, right? Every day, that's setting you back 3 days. They say, I think it takes 7 days for the sperm to or 3 to 4 days for the sperm to redevelop back in your system.
Yeah.
Every time you bust a sperm, that's like a lot of drops of blood.
Yeah.
So what? You got guys doing that 4 times a day?
And they wondering why they ain't successful.
And then when they get with a chick, they can't even get up.
Yeah.
Then their testosterone levels messed up. Then you got your priorities not right. But like I say, it's all depending on what the man wants to do with his life. That's what it's, at the end of the day, you could do whatever you want to do because it's your life. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Are you going to wake up every morning like, I got to do this forever? Is that how you want your life to be?
Yeah.
Or do you wake up for that for about 5, 8, 10 years, grinding? Because when I worked a job, I didn't hate my job because I used it as a tool. I was happy pushing the forklift. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get this money, going to use this money, put it in here. Oh, it got so bad to the point when they said, Steph, you can't work overtime no more. That's how much I was in the job. Every man right now should be working overtime. You should be stacking your bread right now. Because money matters, credit matters, business matters.
That's a good point, right? I've always said this, but using a 9 to 5, your regular job, to fund and to give you security when you decide to go through your self-employed route or entrepreneurship or YouTube channel full time. Every paycheck, every deposit, 20%, 30%, whatever you can afford to do, put it directly into your savings account, right? Next thing you know, okay, what other debts do I owe? Okay, how can I pay this credit card debt? A lot of people don't know that they can actually pay your credit card debt if it's too much. You feel like my minimum payment on my credit card balance is not having any big impact on the whole overall debt. You can actually take a credit card debt settlement approach or even debt consolidation approach on quickly getting out of debt, right? The biggest obstacles for you to be financially secure or to actually dabble into entrepreneurship is paying yourself first and debt. Those two things arguably is what's going to hold you back, keep you in the 9 to 5 job, and not allow you to at least maybe even have a side hustle, have the time and energy to have a side hustle that can make you money passively, as opposed to always making money actively, right? If you want to know more about like how to get a credit card debt and taking a debt settlement approach, links in the description and pinned comment for that video that I made a while ago.
Matters. That's the real world, not high school and college. Because after you get your degree, what you getting a degree for? To get money. What you getting your degree for? To build yourself up. Because to work on your career, that's what matters. High school don't matter. The diploma matters. The experience matters. But the classes, you're not going to use that in real life. Guys, you need to really buckle down to what they really want out of life.
How old were you when you figured out what exactly you wanted out of life?
18. I figured what I wanted to do at 18.
What was that?
I wanted to be a motivational speaker and a personal trainer. That's what I wanted to do right there.
Yeah.
That was my goal. I didn't want to do nothing else. That was it. And everybody, you sure you want to do that? Best friends, uncle. I still won't forget this conversation. Right before I left to Texas, we was talking. Man, why you want to move to Texas, man? I don't think you're going to make it. I'm crying. Not sad tears, but just anger.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think you're going to make it, bro. Damn, for real? Nah, man, you might as well just better off going to school and work somewhere for the next 10 years. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur, bro. But see, you can't let people put their limitations on you. I was 18. I figured out what I wanted to do. I was 18. I figured I didn't need to go to college. Yeah. What I wanted to do did not require a degree. I'm not telling guys don't go to school because you might want to be a lawyer. You got to go to school, G.
Exactly.
A nurse.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not saying don't go to school. Go to school. That's why I just made the video the other day.
Yeah.
Go to school because you need school. But for what I wanted to do, I didn't need school.
That's real. That self-awareness is key, man. That self-awareness is key. And like I said, going back to that manhood course that I created, that's so important. Every man goes on that journey to figure out where he's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always say, like, you got to reverse engineer your life. At 55, at 60, what do you want to be? How much money do you want to have? What kind of woman do you want by your side? What kind of kids do you want to have? You need to have a plan. And then you need to begin to work towards that plan. You know what I mean? Like right now, we in Austin. If I'm like, yo, I want to go to New York City, but then you see me hop in the car and driving west, I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah,
New York City is east, is that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So too many guys, till they don't know where they're going, they going north, they going south, they just driving by, but they never went on that journey to figure out, what do I want? What do I want to be? And how am I supposed to get there? And I love that you said at 18, that's what you decided.
That's what I decided. I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah.
My twin brother is a Twitch streamer. He been doing games since he was 15. So why would he want to go anywhere else?
Yeah.
Why don't you do what you're good at and monetize it?
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. That's what's up. Amen. So essentially, when it comes down to it, although watching adult content can be free, there's a ton of videos on Twitter, YouTube. Well, not even necessarily YouTube, but like Twitter, Google that you can look at. The cost of your time, energy, and your ability to actually do other make money activities, or understanding women, or actually going to approach women, having the desire to even go and approach women, is costing you a ton. Because if you're not gonna be able to understand women, be in a physical interaction with them, and not be intimidated by their beauty, you're gonna get played when it comes time to being a girlfriend, having her be your girlfriend, being married. We know how that can be. And even like your ability to, you know, have the energy to make YouTube videos or whatever it is you desire on the side. You know what I'm saying? If you are someone that struggles with watching too much pornography, or you're trying to do NoFap, I have a whole playlist on how that goes right here. Watch that. And if you are someone who wants to make YouTube videos and want to understand the reality of how long it can take you to be successful on YouTube, watch that other video right here on the YouTube algorithm. But yo, God bless, much love, peace, and joy. Namaste. Always remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it, and too much of any good thing is good for nothing. How are you lot doing today? I'm doing more, saying less, keeping that same energy. No cap. Flip the script. I'm out. Deuces.
Like I'm in love with this paper. If it ain't ball, is he see you later? Jump up on his head. Man, they get run like they on me.